Hey, what's up everybody, this is Jay Martinez, and in today's video I want to talk about why you need to hire an appointment setter as soon as possible. And I wanted to record this video mainly for people that are stuck at $2,000 a month, or maybe this is for you if you don't have a client yet. And I wanted to talk about this because I really believe that you need to hire an appointment setter in order to scale to 10,000 a month and to 30,000 a month or more. And of course, there are some situations and there are exceptions. Sometimes you can hit those numbers without appointment setters. But in general, for most people, having an appointment setter will allow you to hit those numbers in a faster way. So yeah, this is mainly for people that want to scale their business to 10K to 30K a month. And if you have at least one high ticket client, but again, I will talk about this in a minute. Even if you don't have clients yet, this can help you. So this phrase, probably you are already familiar with Alex Hormozi, but he uses this phrase all the time. Volume negates luck. So basically this just means that if you send the right amount of messages every day consistently, you will get clients always. It is something inevitable. So even if you have a lot of rejections or no responses, someone will need your service or your product at some point. It is just how business works. But yeah, you have to do the outreach. So if you haven't been consistent with your outreach every day, you need to hire an appointment setter. And even if you are getting a lot of traffic organically, maybe you are using Instagram or YouTube, or maybe you already have people that are following you from other places. It can be TikTok, YouTube Shorts, it can be anything. Even if this is the case, still having an appointment setter will help you to turn those prospects into booked appointments. So of course, having an appointment setter will help you to make more money because booked appointments will become clients. And one of the biggest mistakes, like I said before, that most people make is that they wait too long in order to get a team. But you need to always think as a real business owner. And in this case, that means that you need to get a team even if you don't feel like you are ready, because most of the times you are. Most of the times your business is ready, or you are just ready. And sometimes you have to grow before you are ready. For example, if you get a team, in the story of Alex Hormozi, he actually had a sales team before he was selling his main product for Gym Launch. So he had like 5 sales representatives, and he ended up making I think that it was like $400,000 in their first month once they launched their consulting program or something like that. But the interesting part here is that if you have a bigger team, most of the times you will be able to grow faster, at a faster rate. And if you keep thinking in a really small way, you are not gonna get team members and you are not gonna get the growth that you want. So that's why sometimes you have to grow before you are ready. And let me show you this with one example. So in this small graph, in this small diagram, here you can see that an appointment setter, for example, will cost you $500 per month. It can be less, it can be a little bit more. You can give them a commission. This depends. I will talk about this in another video, but let's say that you can pay them $500 a month, and they are going to work 40 to 60 hours per week, only doing something specific. Their only job will be to set appointments. So in this case, for example, if they send on Instagram 50 messages per day, and if they send 100 messages per day on Facebook, then what will happen is that this will turn into 50 times 30 will turn into 1,500 messages a month. And when it comes to Facebook, this will become almost 3,000 messages a month. And all of these conversations, even though a lot of them are not going to be super, they're going to be a little bit harder because these are going to be cold prospects. Or, of course, this depends on your audience, because if you already have an audience, this is a little bit different. But overall, if you reach out to more people, if you have, for example, 4,000 people, if you send a message to 4,000 people, do you think that it is not reasonable to say that you're going to book 10 to 30 plus meetings per month? Because I think that it is pretty obvious to see that if you send a lot of messages, you are going to book more appointments. So in this example, if this appointment setter books 10 to 30 plus meetings appointments per month, this will end up becoming 3 to 10 clients per month, especially if you have a 20% closing rate, and that is on the low side, but let's say that 20%. If that is the case, this is going to become 3 to 10 clients, and if you sell a high ticket product, this will end up becoming 10K to 30K a month, just by hiring one appointment setter. So this is the power of hiring an appointment setter, even if you are not ready. And again, having an appointment setter will be better than not having an appointment setter, almost always, especially if you haven't been consistent with your conversations and with your outreach efforts. Because maybe right now you are in a position where you have to talk to some clients every single day, or you have to create content, or you have to do a bunch of things, you have to deal with personal issues. I don't know what's going on in your life, but maybe you are having a lot of things to do, but maybe you are just spending 1 or 2 hours per day sending messages. So if this is the case, just compare that process, just compare that specific situation to hiring an appointment setter that will give you a ton of leads to work with. So you will spend 2 hours per day sending messages, for example, because you have to do a ton of things for your business. But if you hire someone else, this person will spend 8 to 10 hours per day working only on the outreach, working only on the appointment setting aspect of your business. So imagine how powerful this is going to be for your business and for you, right? Because someone else is going to do the job, and they are going to get better results, and because that is the only thing that they will do, they will become really good, really fast, because that is going to be their only focus. They don't have to worry about content or sales or anything like that. They just have to worry about booking appointments, and therefore, even if they are not the biggest experts in the world, at some point they will become really good. After a couple of days, after a couple of weeks, they will become really good, and they will bring you really good results. So this is the power of hiring an appointment setter right away. And in this case, something interesting that can happen too is that they can use their own Facebook and Instagram profile. And as you know, with Facebook and Instagram, you have a daily limit when it comes to sending messages and when it comes to doing outreach. So if you have another social media profile, then you can reach even more people. And that's why, for example, you can have an appointment setter in your personal profile right here, or you can hire someone that will use their own profile in order to book appointments, and they can repost your content. They can basically, they will become like a growth specialist. In the SaaS world, in the software world, they call them a business development representative. So this person just has to, his main job is just to get appointments, and they can do anything they want, but their job is to get appointments. And I mean, they can post content in their profile that is related to your business. They can do more things, and you can give them a higher commission. But overall, the idea here is that you can reach even more people just by hiring one person, and you are not limited to your limits in your Facebook or Instagram profile, because it is a pretty bad situation if you can only send 50 messages per day, right? And I mean, it is a pretty bad situation to have a limit all the time. So you cannot send the messages that you want because you will have a limit. So that's why having another person will help you a lot. And ideally, again, you need to have one happy customer in order to start hiring an appointment setter, in order to start doing this, because one successful client will mean that your product and your service works, and this will mean that you have product market fit, because if they accepted your offer, that means that you are on the right way, that you are on the right path. And again, but even if this is not the case for you, even if you don't have this yet, if you have the funds, if you have some money laying around, it will be better to use that money to hire someone, because you will learn a lot with them, and you will learn a lot by hiring and training them. And this is going to help you a lot, right? Just by managing these team members, you will learn a lot, and this is going to help you to grow. Everything is going to be everything is going to move into the right direction. So everything is going to work out, and everything is going to be, there is only like an upside by hiring an appointment setter. And yeah, so Ideally, you need to have one client, but even if you don't have one client, that's okay. You can still hire an appointment setter. And yeah, again, remember the most important part about this video is that if you hire someone who will work full time on the outreach, they will have to hit a specific KPIs every single day, and at the end of the day, they will end up giving you better results because that is their main job. So that's something that I said before, but I just wanted to make an emphasis on that, because if you have someone that is only focused on booking appointments, they will do a better job than you. And that's exactly what you have to think as a real business owner, because a real business owner is not gonna think about how they can save money by doing everything themselves. They are going to think about how they can hire more people to get more results. And that's how you should think. So that's it for this video. If you want more help, if you want me to review your conversations, or if you want me to review your appointment setting system, just leave a comment or just click the link below. It will be somewhere around here. And yeah, hopefully this is going to be helpful. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in another video.